been dancing about it. He likes it so much.
I'm dabbing to this chicken. Good morning, adventurers.
Good morning.
Trying to think, the last time you guys saw us, we were in Canada.
Yeah,
we were eating food in Calgary. A lot of time has actually passed since that moment. We decided to take a little break. We flew down to Missouri and just been visiting our families, taking a little bit of a
vacation, kind of?
Time off from filming, mainly.
Time off from filming, yeah, but mostly just catching up with friends and family. We actually did just drive down to Nashville over the weekend, visited my family that lives down there. A lot of my siblings came down. My sister got engaged. Congratulations again.
Congrats.
Yesterday we drove to Memphis. So we are in Memphis now.
We're gonna be doing a road trip starting in Nashville. We made our way over to Memphis, and then we're gonna be heading down through Mississippi, and then ultimately over to Texas. We're gonna be hanging for a little while. Or no, we're gonna go over to California after that.
We're gonna pop over to California. We have some very fun stuff and very special people to meet up with over there.
Yes. But today we are going to be exploring Memphis. We're gonna eat some delicious food. We're gonna see the sights. There's so much to do in the city. The weather right now is amazing.
It's been so stormy all weekend, and today you can see it's partly cloudy skies. I don't think rain is in sight. For our first stop during our amazing day in Memphis, we came just around the block to this little bake shop called Muddies. And we came here actually specifically for these little guys. This is called a Prozac cupcake. I think
it actually has Prozac in it.
Oh God, I wish. Just kidding, I don't. Don't do drugs, kids. We got a regular one and a vegan one. It is still the morning. If you guys don't know, we are not very great with sugar, especially first thing. So we're gonna save these bad boys for later. We did get coffees though, and we have a little breakfast to tide us over coming. This cafe is so adorable. It's in this old house. Like, you might actually think it's a house if you were driving by. It's got this lovely outdoor seating area, so we're taking advantage of that. But it has plenty of space inside and all sorts of baked goods. They have so many types of cupcakes and pies and pastries, both sweet and savory, so you can get anything you want here. Our quiche has arrived. It looks so good and smells so good. I think it's sage and sausage quiche. Oh,
sage and sausage.
With sun-dried tomatoes, and they freshly toasted it back there for us. Will I burn myself, or will I not? Ooh, it tastes like sausage pizza, almost. It has cheese in there too, and the sun-dried tomatoes. Ooh, that's good. We've actually been waiting quite a while for this. It turns out they forgot to set the timer and burned up the first piece. And I think she's the owner. She felt so bad that she gave us a little gift card.
That's so nice of them.
I know, it's so nice. Look at their they've got gnomes everywhere here. I love it.
Oh, it is such a lovely day, y'all.
It is.
Yeah, we went downtown and we're chilling in this huge park that kind of runs along the river bank. What's it called?
The Tom Lee Park is at least this portion that we're in.
So many people are out and about enjoying the day. It is a very nice vibe here in Memphis today.
Yeah, they have a lot of the scooters and bikes that you can rent. So this is a good spot to come and get them. And I think there's free parking here, or at least we're parking for free here. There were no meters.
We figured before we head into the downtown area, we're gonna give you guys a little bit of a background on Memphis, or some facts, so that you can get a little bit more familiar with the city.
We found out that Memphis is actually the ancient capital of Egypt.
Yeah.
I had
Memphis,
no
Egypt.
idea. Memphis, Egypt. And it means established and beautiful.
Yes.
I'd say are two pretty good words for describing Memphis.
They actually have this big old pyramid that was built in the 90s that has, I think, a shopping mall inside of it.
Bass Pro Shop?
Yeah, so I'm not sure if that's because it was the ancient capital of Egypt, so a pyramid seemed fitting, but
I would think it's more than a coincidence.
Memphis is known for so many things. Of course, delicious barbecue, which we're going to be indulging in later, but it is also the home of the famous Beale Street, which is just as lively today as it ever has been. It was actually voted America's most popular entertainment district, second only to Bourbon Street. It is also the home of Graceland, which you've probably heard of. It is the home of Elvis Presley, the man himself. And it is actually the second most visited private residence in the US.
Yeah, his old home at Graceland.
Yeah, second only to the White House. All right, let's go explore this town. For lunch, we are heading to Gus's Fried Chicken. Why? Because it's world famous, of course. It says so right on the sign. There's quite a wait. It is very popular, but we put in our name. We're gonna wait about 20 minutes, and then we are going to be in fried chicken heaven, y'all.
Gus's Fried Chicken opened 60 years ago, and it has been in the same family ever since, although it was changed to Gus's in the 80s after the owner's son. but now it is world famous and was once even named one of the top 10 meals in the US to fly for.
We've been chosen, you guys. And we got some sweet tea calling our name. I guess my lunch arrived. I think they're still waiting to bring out Allison's.
Hey mister, half of that's mine.
Yeah, I'm definitely, there's not a chance in hell that I'm eating all of this chicken, so we are gonna split this. But it looks really friggin' good, super fresh, smells amazing. This chicken should be a little bit spicy, but we were assured it's not overwhelmingly spicy. We'll see, we're gonna put it to the test. But we also heard that there's a secret recipe to the sides that makes them a little bit sweet that's supposed to kind of offset the spiciness of the chicken. Speaking of sides, we also got a cheeky little side of some macaroni and cheese, because there's no way I'm going to a barbecue joint or a fried chicken joint and not getting mac and cheese.
This is the half chicken plate that we got to share, so it comes with a piece of all their different types of chicken. So you got the white and the dark meat in there, and it was only $11.95 for this sucker. I think I'm gonna try this one. I don't know if it's a breast or a tender, I don't know what this is, but it looks yummy. And it smells so delicious and deep fried. Bite into it?
Yeah. Dig in. Yeah, that's how you take a bite of fried chicken.
Oh, good Lord. So this is so interesting. I feel like the how it's fried is a little bit different. It's really crispy, but it's also really solid. Sometimes, you know, the fried chicken is really like spiky looking almost. Like I guess it's like a different, flaky. Yeah, flaky. But this is a really solid coating on there. Oh my gosh, this meat is so tender. And it does have a little bit of heat, but it's nothing bad, nothing that you would freak out or that obstructs the flavor of the chicken. It all goes together so well. Oh, it's so hot though. Eric's been dancing about it. He likes it so much.
I'm dabbing to this chicken. It is good. Speaking of dab, I could use it a little hotter, y'all. We got Louisiana, the perfect hot sauce. This is actually one of our favorite hot sauce, but it says down here, one drop does it, and that is true. One drop. I think that's gonna take it to the next level. This macaroni and cheese, you guys. Allison has yet to try it, but wow, that was good.
It looks super creamy.
Yeah. It's so cheesy, and that bit of cheese on the top.
It's like milky, creamy, buttery, all the best dairy products all in one.
The destruction, you guys. We've destroyed everything on our plates, and it was magnificent. So this might be a food that's worth flying for, but you might not actually have to fly for it. Gus has started in the town of sorry, let me make sure I'm saying it right. Mason, Tennessee? Gus has actually started in the town of Mason, Tennessee, then they moved here, and then have since moved all over the country. So you might not be very far from delicious fried chicken goodness like we've enjoyed today. We've made it to the famous Beale Street, you guys.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we've actually been here before ages ago, and it's so funny how quickly you just forget what a place looked like. This looks brand new to me. Maybe just so many new businesses have come in, I don't know.
We didn't come out until it was nighttime, and after a drink or two with a bunch of friends.
That's
I think
the reason
it was like a wedding we came for, so we all just went out dancing.
But there's a lot of old building facades that they've kept, and you can see these steel reinforcements that hold it up. That is really cool. We stumbled onto this sign back here, with love from Memphis. I'm pretty sure I've seen this in photos before, but I think we got a pretty sweet photo.
We tried. It's pretty cute, yeah.
Luckily, Beale Street is not very crowded right now.
No,
so.
It is a Monday afternoon. I guess I could have known that it would not be that crowded, but still fun to be down here.
All right, we need, most importantly, water, but second most importantly, a brewski or a cocktail or something. Up next, we are headed to the Peabody Hotel
because they have some very esteemed guests that will be checking in at 5 p.m. and we cannot be late to miss it.
Welcome to the historic Peabody Hotel. The fountain is better known the world over because of its residents. Preparing to return to their penthouse on the plantation roof for the night. Ladies and gentlemen, the march of the world-famous Peabody Ducks.
So you might be wondering, what the heck is going on here? Well, the Peabody Ducks just checked into their penthouse suite, of course. They went down the red carpet, into their elevator, and up to their room. Easy as that.
Average day at the Peabody.
It's a normal day here at the Peabody. Apparently, this tradition has been going on for many, many years, decades. Every day at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m., they march the little ducks back up to the roof. It's pretty cute. Y'all, though, I did not realize how crowded this is gonna be. Check it out.
Yeah, everyone's leaving now, but this was elbow to elbow here. And it literally took 2 seconds. There's like 4 ducks in there. And they walk to the elevator.
Yeah.
That's it.
If you bring a kid, I think a kid gets to help march them to the elevator. So
Pretty
maybe
adorable.
you could be the lucky one.
All right, we're out of here. So we're not the biggest fans of the blues and rock and roll, but we're not gonna leave Memphis without checking out Sun Studios, which is considered the birthplace of rock and roll. It was right here where Elvis first recorded. Also, other huge names like Jerry Lee Lewis, B.B. King, all names that even if you don't know the blues, you'll still know these names. But they actually do tours starting just before noon, which we highly recommend doing. But we got here just as they were closing. I think they just did the last tour. But they also have a little gift shop on the inside and a cafe, which I had no idea. In case you're wondering, yes, this is still a functioning studio. And it's very interesting. It's just kind of in the middle of this road. Nothing super special. It's a real place, you know?
You would definitely just drive on by if you didn't know what you were looking for. It is the next day. Our appetites are back and big. So we have come to one last stop. We are at the barbecue shop because you can't come to Memphis and not get some barbecue. So we have a very special plate inside, which includes ribs. And apparently this place was voted the #1 rib spot in the US. Is that what it is?
Yeah, by the Food Network.
Holy cow. I'm very excited for this.
All right.
We got the barbecue shop special, which is kind of a sampler of some goodies here. We have some ribs in the middle. We got the half glazed and the half dry rub. And then on either side, we've got pork shoulder and brisket. I'm not really sure which one is which, but they've got some sauce on top of them that smells amazing. And over here we have what I'm most excited to try. It is the BBQ Spaghetti, which I had no clue was a thing until today. It's just some spaghetti that's cooked in something very sweet and tangy smelling, and then a little bit of pulled pork on the top, and then some sauce on top of that. You know, I really didn't think it was gonna be that appetizing. It just didn't sound barbecue spaghetti. I didn't even really know what to expect, but it actually looks and smells really good. Let's get a little bit of the meat, some noodles in there. Oh yeah, get some of the sauce on there. I have a feeling I'm gonna like this very much. Let's get all this. Barbecue is so messy. You guys, you can't take a bite without getting it all over you. It just tastes like delicious, tangy barbecue sauce, nice and tender pork, but then the noodles, it just tastes like classic spaghetti noodles. It's like the texture, the taste of them, so it's kind of like worlds colliding a little bit. Try this and tell me what you think. I can't decide if I like it or if it's just a little strange.
Yeah, I don't know if you sold it well. Pulled pork spaghetti, barbecue spaghetti. It's really like tomatoey and sweet and a little tangy, and the pork is really nice and smoky. Oh, the ribs.
All right, now you gotta try the ribs.
Oh boy, #1 in America, eh? Should I do the dry or the wet rub?
Go for the dry.
The dry. And so I guess Memphis style, it's cooked on a pit, and it's usually pork ribs, and then you can get it either with the dry rub, which is put on, I think, while it's cooking, or you can get them wet where the sauce is put on before, during, and after cooking. So it's really in there. But I'm excited for this dry rub. It seems super unique. Okay. That really came right off the bone. Immediately, you get that the ribs are super smoky. They're really good. The dry rub is really nice and salty. I don't think I'm convinced that they're the best in the US. They're definitely good, but They're kind of just nicely cooked ribs. I'd say there's nothing glamorous about these ones. Maybe the wet style's a little bit better. I usually like saucy ribs, so maybe I'm just not a big fan of the dry rub, but good, very good. The best, I don't know.
Well, we had some ribs in St. Louis that so far have been the best I've ever had.
They were so good. These definitely, sadly, don't compare.
I've tried the dry one, and it's good, but yeah, I mean, a little bit lackluster, so I'm gonna try the glazed one and see how it compares. Just as I suspected.
Way better?
Oh yeah.
Dang it, why did I go with the dry one?
The glaze is the way to go. It's just so much more moist and tangy, and it's basically the dry ones, but with more flavor, I would say, and more juiciness. The best ribs we ever had that we mentioned a minute ago, those were at Sugar Fire in St. Louis, and we actually were just in St. Louis visiting family, and we had the ribs again, and I still gotta say, they are the best that I've ever had. So if you're ever in St. Louis, hit up Sugar Fire, but if you're down here in Memphis, these are not bad, definitely not bad. I think that's gonna do it for this video. Unfortunately, the last place, it's good, but it didn't really knock our socks off. We were really hoping for something a little bit more.
No, but let us know what your favorite barbecue place is here in Memphis, and then we can check it out next time we're through, because we love us some barbecue, and we cannot get enough of it. But we had such a fun time. Memphis is such a cool, hip city. Yeah,
we were just walking around the downtown area, and it was just really cool. All this street art everywhere. It was all super clean in that part of town, and yeah, it was cool. And Beale Street's fun, but we probably wouldn't spend too much time there. We just kind of wanted to get a drink and scope it out.
Yeah, but we actually stayed a little bit outside of downtown. We just got an Airbnb in a neighborhood, and it was really fun driving through the neighborhoods. The houses are huge, and they're so vintage and beautiful.
Yeah, we're about to hop in the car and drive down to Jackson. We're gonna make a couple videos there. Yeah, have we ever been to Jackson?
No, I don't think so, and I don't know if we've
Jackson, Mississippi, and
I don't know that we've ever really filmed in Mississippi, but we have a lot of fun food and sights coming your way. We have some pretty cool stuff to try down there. We can't wait. Goodbye, adventurers.
We'll see you on the road.